At Park Academy, we believe a learning difference does not define a child. Our students are creative with innovative problem-solving skills that are not recognized in a traditional school setting because of their unique and challenging learning styles. We strive to level the playing field. Park Academy instructors understand our students' unique learning styles. They're specifically trained to teach each student how to learn in the way he or she learns best. We use a highly individualized and multi-sensory approach to instruction. The classes are small. It's a rigorous program, fully accredited and designed to prepare students for college. That's our purpose. That's our mission, to prepare our students to become contributing leaders in society.
I don't think I'd be the person I am now at all if I hadn't gone here at Park. I think I'd probably be a very miserable person.
We knew he wasn't gaining academically in public school. We fought really hard to get the aid, privately for himself through the IEP and through the system. But even with that, it wasn't enough, and he wasn't, learning.
Every day it was a nightmare. We would be upset, he'd cry, I'd cry, and it was just too much.
It's kind of hard for me to learn because there's always things going on in my head, and it's hard to concentrate there because there's always noisiness and stuff.
Posture is everything. I had a little guy that would be hunched over walking into school. You had to coax him out of the car. You had to say, you gotta go.
They didn't have a place for me. They didn't know where to put me. And so I'd bounce from class to class to class, and it was never the right fit.
We were at wit's end before she came here. She would just close up and shut down whenever we tried to help her with her work, and it was tears and frustration and running out of the room. And after she started at Park Academy, we never had a day of that. She always felt like she knew where she was, and she wasn't trying to figure out where she was.
Well, basically in public school, they said I wasn't gonna get any smarter. That's what they said.
Well, I think of a lot of our students have lived in worlds where they're not catered to individually, or they've felt like they've been failures their whole life.
Park Academy is a great support for learning differences.
This is one time when students really have felt safe. They feel like they're accepted and not being judged.
It took me a little while to kind of adjust from being a bit of a loner to adjusting being around people in a classroom setting. But I actually got to know them, got to share some laughs and share interests. It's been a real improvement. I made a lot of friends and enjoy coming to school now.
They feel so much more comfortable. They feel a safe spot in this school, in this community, where they can actually bring their questions and their insecurities so that you can help them through. The teachers definitely have time to work with you individually, and if you have a problem, they will take the time out to help you. They even go, see me after class, we can work on this, or, right then and there, explain to you everything block by block.
At Park Academy, we do everything we can to look at each child individually and try to set up a program that works for them, and to tell those parents that we've seen success with our kids, and we're really happy about that.
I think Park Academy has done, which is so different from other schools, is that we bring our students up to a level of high standard rather than bringing the curriculum down to them. Just because we're different and we do things differently at Park Academy doesn't mean that we don't value or underestimate the value of traditional learning. We just understand that a lot of our students have not succeeded in that environment. So what can we do to make them go on ahead?
Well, one of the things that we work on with the students is really getting them involved with taking accountability for their own education.
She couldn't really talk about how she was struggling. I don't even think she understood how she was struggling. But after Park Academy, now I say, do you need help? And she goes, no, I've got it all figured out. I never dreamed I would hear those words coming out of her mouth.
That's really what we're all about, is preparing kids for next steps.
And kids who've not talked about going to college and who are now seeing themselves for the first time being able to visualize the possibility of going on to college. And that's another piece of our program, is that we really want to prepare all of our kids to be college ready.
A lot of teachers really stress on that, to think critically about things, to see different sides, and to see things objectively instead of just from a subjective point of view. And those things I think have helped me be prepared for learning in a college environment. And of course, being around teachers and different students has helped me be prepared socially for college life.
When you're really far behind and you've kind of lost your self-confidence, the future looks very closed. So after her experience here and now going to a more mainstream school as a result of her experience here, she's been able to see the future as much, much more wide open for her.
Fortunately, we have been able to provide scholarships for students. Our founder has been very adamant that as much as possible we don't want to turn away any student. And so 61% of our students are on scholarship right now. We want to have a balance so that we don't have an elitist school where only students who can afford to come to Park Academy can attend. We don't want to turn away students just because they can't pay.
I look forward to coming here every day that I teach. I really do.
The transformation was delightful. He gets out of the car. He's happy to go to school. He calls out people's names.
It's welcoming, it's nice. Everyone's nice here, and the teachers will take the time out to explain things to you, and they'll be courteous and nice about it, and they won't get in your face. I mean, it's just, this is definitely the right fit.
Well, compared to public school, this place I'd say is heaven.
Getting an education and being able to see young people grow and develop and be successful, it's a tremendous personal reward to just be some small part of that.
Park Academy realizes that you're not alone in this. It takes a community really to raise a child. And whatever type of community you need for your child, you know, if it's a learning difference, I don't want to say disability. Everybody's got something to deal with. You're not alone, and Park Academy has open arms.